Hello and welcome back to my channel. Managing up the org chart is about creating mutual beneficial working relationships between the employee and their managers and supervisors. By understanding your manager's preferences, by being proactive and by building a strong rapport with them, you contribute not only to your manager's success but also to your own professional growth within the company. In this particular video, in the first part, I will show you 3 reasons why people don't ask for a raise, and in the second part, I will help you learn how to use your skills of negotiation and communication specifically with your manager to get your desired salary and raise. Firstly, did you know that as per a certain major statistic, less than half of the staff even ask for a raise in general? The top 3 key reasons why people fail to negotiate for a raise are: number 1, fear. In case of a new job offer, people fear that the offer on the table may just go away if they negotiate. Or in case of a salary raise, the employee may imagine that they will be looked upon like a greedy person if they ask for a raise, or that will impact their manager-employee relationship adversely. You see, a new job offer once made never goes away just because you negotiate. I have never seen this happen for multiple reasons in 2 decades of my career. One major reason is that any company never gives offers to multiple people at once, although they may have a backup just in case you decline the offer. And another reason is they never want to restart the interviewing process from scratch again, because there is already a lot of money spent on it to get you to a place where you are. In case of negotiating a raise, it's all pre-decided in the form of either an annual budget, a financial forecast, or a strategic expansion plan of the company, and so on. The question is hence not whether negotiating is bad for you, but when should you actually negotiate. You need to be negotiating a raise earlier than most people so that your chances of getting it is maximum before the resources exhaust. Negotiation skill is something any manager would appreciate in an employee being in the job, since that is how the employees can get things done in most cases, be it with vendors, customers, or their peers. As a result, there is no question of your managers looking at it from a negative perspective at all. So, do not fear to negotiate for a raise with your managers. The second reason why people don't negotiate is because they don't know their own self-worth. It is very crucial that you do your due diligence research about your own job position and the salary level that the market is ready to pay for that position. And you need to be aware of these facts. Glassdoor, LinkedIn, and similar portals can give you immense information on these. As you know, knowledge is power. It helps you know your minimum and your maximum expectations for the job role that you perform. However, sometimes if you are doing a lot more value add beyond your actual job role as per standards, then this particular benchmark is not the gold standard with which you should base your expectations on anyway. It would still give you a ballpark information though by researching. I, however, strongly recommend you not to use this market salary information solely to justify your raise. On the contrary, you need to collect facts about your own unique contributions that will strengthen your case. Information such as money saving efficiencies that you implemented, maybe the results from a project you have just overseen, or positive customer testimonials or praises or appreciations from your higher ups. Remember, your manager may not know what you have accomplished sometimes, and hence this becomes very important. The people don't negotiate for another reason. They lack visibility into the company's internal decision-making structures and info such as how long their future manager even plans to remain in their job. The company's budgeted plans, forecasts, planned hirings, and restructuring is a black box to them, and the revenues and the profits of the company in the previous years usually is unknown to most employees. You as a smart employee need to gain insights by building rapport with your colleagues from the concerned departments in order to gain some of these basic insights about the big picture of what's in it for the company's future. This information is, however, very key in order to decide whether it is the favorable or an unfavorable time for you to negotiate your raise at that point. It also decides whether this is the right place for you to even continue your career on. Let's say you have overcome all these 3 drawbacks that we just discussed. You don't fear to negotiate, you have done your research and you know your self-worth, and you have a basic glimpse at the company's previous year's great performance through your colleague who works in the finance department. Let's assume this. Now, how would you ask your manager for a raise with all this? Let's look at that. Typically, people say to their manager this way when they go to negotiate. Hey manager, People are paid for the same job that I do, an annual pay of X, Y, or Z as per my research in the job market. Or they say they need a X% raise because they did so well in their previous year. Or because the company is going so well financially, they deserve to be paid X% more, something like that. Talking like this is not the best way to negotiate your raise, you see. By asking these questions to their managers, these are all close-ended questions. Because of this, as a manager, he or she has to either say yes or no as an answer. It is easy for the manager to give a one-worded reply and just get away with it, is it not? Assuming you are given no as an answer with not much explanation given. Being unaware of why you were given a no is the worst thing that you can hold in your head, since you are unsure whether you were denied your rightful raise or whether your work was not valued as high as you thought earlier. This uncertainty is more detrimental to one's morale than not getting a raise in itself, don't you think? Usually, the reason for the no would be when you are viewed as not adding enough value to deserve a raise, or when your manager perceives your role as something that can easily be replaced. But how do you know what's real? In a nutshell, this is the outcome that would happen when you treat your job and a raise as an independent event in your life. While doing this, you are summarizing your past accomplishments and make them into justification for your future salary. How does it even work? This clearly does not work as a strategy, as you can see. So what do you do instead? Firstly, don't treat your job or raise as an event at a point in time. Instead, consider your career as an ongoing activity which has a long way to go into the future as well. In the middle of this long journey or continuum, you are asking your manager open-ended questions during your negotiation. Let's say, for example, "Hey manager, I have been here for the last 3.5 years with this company. I have been a productive person during both the ups and downs of the company, as you may know. I have helped achieve Y% cost saving for the company through my project execution in the recent year. You know, I am a loyal person and that I wish to grow my career with this company in the future as well. Can you please help me figure out a path as to how to get to this salary level of X? This way, your boss would be elevated into behaving as your mentor and a guide rather than someone who selectively donates raises. They are obligated to give you a detailed roadmap to get the raise when asked this way. It also helps you to get into your manager's good books by building a stronger rapport and a visibility, both of which in turn translates to higher probability of getting a raise or a promotion when it is actually due. You are portraying a futuristic positive thought process and seeking collaborative suggestions by talking in this particular manner. This usually works in your favor on a long run, believe me. Remember, you and your manager are on the same side. Hence, you should showcase why you deserve a raise and not why you need it. In such a case, let's say even after doing all this, you get no as an answer. Then keep your plan B ready. Plan B, where you can explore other possibilities such as a one-time bonus, maybe an annual bonus, the stock options, flexible work hours, or maybe extended vacation days, or some health benefits instead of a typical salary raise. Please note, everything is available as an option on the table when you negotiate. Nothing is off limits. Also, do remember that negotiation should be done at the right moment, such as just before you take on new responsibilities or right after you successfully complete a project, so that you get the maximum probability of getting a raise at that point. Be confident when you negotiate and always avoid complaints or ultimatums, for heaven's sake. This will only put your manager on the defensive and it will never help your cause. You will lose your relationship with your manager eventually doing that way. You have got to be calm, conversational, and you need to establish the air of collaboration when you are into negotiation. Try to rehearse and practice the conversation beforehand and prepare for any possible objections so that you can handle the negotiation well on the spot. Lastly, but very importantly, you have got to understand what is it that they value, your manager. What is it that is important to them? How are you making their lives better as well as the company's? And you need to focus on showcasing that during your negotiation. With all this, I wish you good luck in negotiating your raise. If you found value in this particular video, don't forget to hit the like button, and to get notified on future videos, hit the subscribe button. I will see you in my next video. Till then, enjoy negotiating with your manager like a pro.